Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. This is Marco Benitez, training specialist for GeoTav. We will take some time and wait for some other people to join. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for your patience. We will start in a few minutes. Thank you. Janelle, Tamara, Aisha, Erika, nice to see you. I hope you're doing great. We are just waiting for more people to join. So I'll really appreciate your patience on bearing with me. We'll starting soon. Thank you. All right, people. Well, I think it's time to start. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining today's webinar. So my name is Marco Benitez, and I am the GeoTAF Training Specialist for Latin America. Thank you for joining this session. We will introduce the new order or new product for order now for Latin American Phillips Connect, featuring their smart trailer solutions. And we will be exploring the details of their trailer telematics and monitoring technology, which improves overall safety, reduces maintenance cost, and also optimizes fleet asset utilization, right? So before we begin, just a few important details. So this webinar is exclusive for you or business partners in Latin America. We want to be this an interactive session with you and also to hear your questions and have them answered directly by your partner. So in order to ask questions, please just use the Q&A feature, which is located in the icon right on the right-hand panel. We'll also like to mention that this session is being recorded and we will share the video with you afterwards. So you can share this with your team as well. So to start, I'm honored to present the experts or presenters for today, Kellen Moy, the Customer Success Manager, and Thomas Ness, the Sales Executive for Smart Fleet Solutions. And also, I'm honored to be with Marcelo Berner, which is our Marketplace Business Development Manager at Geotab. Marcelo will give us some introduction about the product. He will take some time, and then we will be ready to present our partners. Right? Just Marcelo, good to see
Thank you
you.
very much, Marco. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be with you today at this webinar, and we're very grateful for your participation. Today, our marketplace partner, Phillips Connect, will show you their asset tracker solutions, which are tightly integrated with MyGeotab and that are already part of our Order Now program in Latin America and the Caribbean. Some of you may already know this, but in the Order Now program, Geotab becomes a distributor of the marketplace partner. This means you can purchase these solutions directly from Geotab and order these trackers from MyAdmin, just as you would order a Go device. Both the hardware and the monthly payments will be included in your monthly Geotab invoice. Under this Order Now model, Geotab will also handle Tier 1 post-sale support, troubleshooting, RMA, marketing campaigns, and also training for our resellers. All of these benefits empower you to incorporate this technology into your customer fleets. And just to give you a brief introduction to the solution, just want to mention that Phillips Connect offers 3 asset tracker models in our program. The Asset Track, which is the smallest one. Then we have the Stealth Net, which has a larger battery. And finally, the Solar Net, which is similar to the previous one, but with a solar panel to recharge its battery. And in addition to this, when required, all 3 models offer also external power harness options. So now let's get down to business. Gentlemen, please go ahead with the presentation.
Right, let me just join the rest of the team. Just give me just 1 second. All right, we can see you and we can hear you, Kellen and Thomas.
Great. Thank you for the introduction, Marcelo, and thank you, Marco, for having us here. Thank you to everyone who was able to join the webinar today. Really glad that you're here, and we're looking forward to talking about the Order Now offerings that Phillips Connect has through Geotab. So we're going to go over each of those products in a little bit more detail this morning and this afternoon. So first we'll kind of talk about who we are. We'll talk about a little bit of location tracking and what that looks like with the Phillips Connect products. And then we'll actually go through each of the solutions that Phillips Connect offers through Geotab Order Now. Maybe talk about some user experience stories as well. So first we want to just go over who Phillips Connect is, give you a little bit of background for the history of Phillips Connect. Phillips Connect is a subsidiary of Phillips Industries. Phillips Industries manufactures back of cab and front of trailer harnessing and air hoses for the trucking industry. We have about 100 years worth of history in this field. So Phillips Connect, being the kind of telematics portion of this business, made it seem like a right fit to start to develop in that area. So we have our headquarters in Irvine, California. Our R&D lab is in Sterling Heights, Michigan. Our safe room and warehousing facilities are down in Arteaga, Mexico. Our main solution is that we are focused on the smart trailer. So we look at information from the TT pair solution. So if we want to identify tractor ID and trailer ID and make sure that those things are paired together correctly, we offer that solution. We also have temperature data available. We can offer a cargo vision, so taking a look inside the trailer to look at floor space and volumetric space inside the trailer for optimizing load performance. And we also offer door sensors as well to monitor the opening and closing of both roll doors and swing doors. And all of these different pieces of data come together through mainly our StealthNet and SolarNet options, which are Bluetooth enabled. And then for more basic tracking, we also offer Asset Track and Asset Track HE. So with location tracking, when we talk about location tracking, we're looking at streamlining operations with remote monitoring. So that way you know where the trailer or the asset is at all times. You can make informed decisions based off of the data you're seeing for that location. We're talking about reducing dwell time to keep assets moving and to keep things more optimized as far as where trailers are placed and how we want those distributed around the yard. We're also going to look at real-time data on location status, so you can see the asset moving down the road, knowing that it's on a trip, knowing that it's headed to its final destination. You have confirmation of that. And then finally, prescriptive analytics for enhanced decision making. With all of this data, we can dig into maybe the reasons why certain trailers sit for a long time. We can make proactive decisions about how we use those trailers and assets more efficiently and effectively. As far as real-time visibility, through the GeoTab, My GeoTab platform, any asset that you want to track with a Phillips Connect device is easily searchable, either as a trailer or as an asset. We can actually see that this is how Phillips Connect devices are viewed in My GeoTab. We actually recommend using the GeoTab vehicle data display add-in to be able to get some of this data to pull up more nicely and cleanly in the map. We find that it works really well to present all of the data that you would gather through a Phillips Connect device. So it's a really straightforward, really well integrated solution into My GeoTab. So now we'll dig into our solutions a little bit more. The first solution that we offer is Asset Track. Asset Track is applicable to both unpowered assets. So if you only want to really offer that tracker as a slap and go option, just peeling off the sticky backing off the tracker and placing it on the asset and removing the shipping tab, that device gets about 4,000 reports before the battery depletes. It's really affordable, fairly disposable option for low reporting frequency and just if you want to track that asset kind of intermittently or sporadically. At the same time, we also offer a harness to plug into the bottom of that asset track to be able to increase the reporting frequency, which gives us increased visibility of that asset as it reports more frequently with power. It's a really easy installation on powered assets. And then that device reports when power is applied to the harness. So either by ignition or however you'd like to power that asset tracker. Our next offering is the StealthNet. The StealthNet was originally intended for larger assets like trailers. The StealthNet actually installs underneath the trailer along one of the frame rails. The most traditional way that it's installed is in line on the ABS, or the anti-lock brake circuit. So the StealthNet will report every 6 hours if it's stationary, every 5 minutes when it is on a trip. It will report on vibration sensing because it has inside an accelerometer that measures the forces applied to that tracker. And then it also reports on sensor updates. So as that StealthNet reaches out to different sensors to say, hey, what's your status door sensor? Are you open or closed? If it sees a change, so if it goes from open to closed, it will then send a report to the cloud, and it will update its information in my GeoTab. The StealthNet is also an expandable solution. So as we start to roll out more options in my GeoTab for different data pieces and different sensors, we're able to add those different sensors to the StealthNet relatively seamlessly, and offer more pieces of information and sensors to expand that trailer's capability. A little bit more information on the StealthNet. It has 4G LTE LATAM coverage through an AT&T global roaming SIM. It also has automated failover capability. The battery inside the StealthNet is 12.6 amp hours, which gives it a 10-minute GPS reporting frequency nonstop for up to 35 days if it's in motion, or starting at 120 days or more if it reports once per day while it's not moving. So it has a really robust and capable backup battery inside. Its GPS accuracy is precise down to 2.4 meters. That 2.4 meter accuracy allows us to pinpoint relatively precisely where that trailer is in the yard. So if we want to draw geofences around different sections of a trailer yard and make actionable data off of that, we can do so with the precision of the StealthNet. And then its operating temperature is anywhere from -40 Celsius to +70 Celsius. It has IP67 weatherproofing as well. StealthNet also has Bluetooth Low Energy 5.2. Its operating voltage spans from 10 volts up to 32 volts. So if you have an asset that actually uses a 24-volt electrical system, the StealthNet will be able to withstand the 24-volt power system. Typical applications include, again, a reefer trailer, dry van, flatbed, chassis, dollies, any powered assets. We offer a 3-wire harness for a generic harness. So if you want to add a StealthNet to a bulldozer or any other powered asset, or like yellow iron, that's certainly an option as well. As you can see here in the photos, these are different ways of installing the StealthNet to different assets. The next solar tracker we're going to talk about today is SolarNet. So SolarNet has many of the same specifications as StealthNet, but it also has a solar panel attached to the top to allow for unpowered charging. It also has 4G LTE LATAM coverage through an AT&T global roaming SIM. It has a slightly bigger battery inside. And the solar panel is actually a really robust product on the top. We have an ETFE lamination and glass reinforced fiberboard for that solar panel. It has a similar operating temperature to the SolarNet. It also has a similar weather rating as the SolarNet at IP67. And I should mention that all of these trackers, their reporting behavior is over-the-air updatable. If the standard from the factory configuration is not what you're looking for, and you have maybe a different configuration in mind as to how often it reports on a trip or how often it reports while stationary, feel free to reach out to us and we can work with your team to figure out what the best sort of configuration for these trackers are. Similar to the StealthNet, the SolarNet is capable of sustaining a 10-minute GPS reporting frequency without charging, whether by a tethered harness or by the solar panel. for 35 plus days. And then similar to StealthNet, it can report every 6 hours while stationary. And we typically approach SolarNet with a little bit larger or less frequent reporting frequency at about 10 minutes while on a trip. That's just to preserve battery life inside that SolarNet. And then it also reports on vibration and also has start, stop, and door status event capability as well. It's a really quick install with 4 bolts on a backing plate, and then the solar tracker attaches to that backing plate. And as you can see in the photo, SolarNet was originally intended to be installed on shipping containers to fit inside the corrugation on those shipping containers. But in other photos that you've seen, you can also install it on trailers. You can install it on an unpowered asset. If you want a really robust solution for an unpowered asset, SolarNet makes for a great option just because it has that solar recharge capability to maintain that battery. And then finally, we'll talk about TT pair. TT pair is Phillips Connect's method of ensuring that a tractor and a trailer are paired together correctly, and that the StealthNet knows which tractor is paired to that trailer. It's an instant connection made via the power line. It's an accurate connection because we know that with that hardwired connection, there's no mix-up, unlike, say, a Bluetooth solution or a software solution. And it's a reliable connection because of that hardwired powered connection. So TT pair takes the 7-way socket off the back of the tractor and it replaces it with the TT pair socket. That socket is programmed and given the tractor's ID. And then over the power line with a StealthNet installed on the trailer, that socket and the StealthNet with what we call a PLC reader. That StealthNet will gather all of that data from the trailer ID and from the tractor ID, and it will send it up to the cloud and push it into Geotab under the linked assets page. And so instead of waiting 15 to 20 to 30 minutes to get a pairing validation, that validation is near instantaneous with TT pair. And then we also wanted to touch on our door sensor. It can be installed on both swing and roll doors. And then through the Geotab platform, you can make actionable data or actionable alerts based on that open or closed event. It can actually trigger a cargo image to be taken if the cargo vision camera is installed on that asset. The same device that we use for roll doors can actually be programmed to be used as a temperature sensor inside the trailer or outside. So there's just a little bit of configuration that we do on our side. And then that temperature and door sensor has a 7-year battery life for that sensor. So we'll talk about the next chapter. So really our goal is to gain immediate insight into trailer status, to reduce overall fleet expenditure costs, whether they're operational or maintenance costs, to increase trailer uptime and to maximize trailer utilization. So really we're looking at making efficiency gains and optimizing resource usage inside an organization, which can reduce the overall expenditure from each of those different key players in an organization, whether it's a maintenance team or an operations team. We're really focused on making sure that those trailers are used to the best of their ability. Through that, we can offer different alerts based around tire pressure, dwell, all of the different data that you're able to receive inside my Geotab. That's really what our goal is at the end of the day. So, we can alert on different pieces of data. From those different pieces of data, inside my Geo tab, we can confirm trailer health. We can, maybe make sure that our maintenance schedule is up to date and that a trailer is able to be brought in for maintenance. And that we can also guarantee, whether the cargo in that trailer is loaded or unloaded. These are just some of the insights that Phillips Connect is able to provide inside of my Geo tab. And then finally, we want to talk a little bit about Cargo Vision. Cargo Vision is our cargo camera solution for the back of the trailer. It allows you to see from the nose box to the tail of the trailer the entire load. That camera will make volumetric estimations and let you know how loaded or unloaded that trailer is to better optimize loading capacity and to be able to make dispatching decisions from there. So here are just some of the incidents that we are able to capture through Cargo Vision. Again, the floor and volume metrics can actually capture a load shift incident, like the photo indicated, whether a trailer is empty or loaded, and then also ensuring that we can detect things like trash or garbage or refuse that's inside the trailer if it's storing that, so that way we can make sure that those trailers are being utilized for their intended purposes. I also want to say thank you for joining us today. That's what we had for our presentation. So yeah, we'd be happy to dive into a Q&A at this point.
Thank you, Kellan. Well, we received just a few questions, and those were answered by Marcelo and by Thomas by now. I don't know if the attendees have any other questions. Please just submit it through the Q&A option. But let me tell you, this presentation was awesome. I really enjoyed it, and like very, very clear. Thanks for sharing with us, Kellan.
Happy to share.
Thanks, Marco. The only thing I wanted to add was there's a few things on the sensor side that we brushed on at the very end of the presentation. Those are in the works to hopefully be coming into order now, and as soon as we can get them vetted into into the Geotab system. So just want to add that.
That's great news. Thanks, Thomas. Well, we don't have any extra questions. Marcel, I don't know if you want to give us just the closing remarks, and we'll be ready to close.
No, I mean, I really appreciate Thomas and Kellen for your time and dedication on this presentation. It was very clear, very fluid. So thanks for that. And to the attendees, if they have any other questions, I mean, you can reach out to Cristel, who is your partner account manager, and she can let us know, and we will be able to answer those. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Marcel. Well, thank you all. Have a great one.
Great. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.